Doc Owen here with Action Figure Times. Today we're going to be looking at our second broadcast, and I said I was going to look at these in the order that I got them, but I'm actually going to try to cover 3 figures today and be pretty quick about it. There's a reason for that, and we'll talk about it as we go along. I got Atrocitus second because I got Metron and Golden Age Flash in one box, and then I've got Rocket Red and Starman also in one box. Now, let's go ahead and open up Atrocitus. Now, to me, Atrocitus, and they all come in the white mailer boxes. See? Okay. To me, Atrocitus would be a reason not to re-up for a subscription. Okay? Now, I did. In the interest of full disclosure, I've already re-upped. Now, just so you know, there he is, Atrocitus. We get our accessory here. I guess you could, I was going to say first accessory, but I guess you could consider Metron's chair an accessory. A huge accessory. There you see Atrocitus in there, and I'll be showing him to you close up. On the back, he's got his bio. But anyway, let's get him open. This is the reason that I think that Atrocitus is a reason not to buy the Signature Collection. When we first heard about this, one of the big selling points was, hey guys, we're going to be able to make size-accurate toys. You know, no more Build-A-Figures. You're actually going to be able to get in there and have a toy that is size-accurate. It's going to be, you know, they're going to be in scale and things. And I thought, and I could be wrong, I thought one of the ones that they told me we were going to have in scale and accurate was Atrocitus. Now, as far as a toy goes, you know, I'm going to have to check this, but this doesn't, here's his lantern, okay? I thought their red lanterns looked a little different. It's been a while since I saw them, but anyway. So here we are looking at Atrocitus, all right? Actually, it's a decent-looking sculpt. Decent-looking shoulder pads and things like that. You know what? Overall, I'm pretty happy with that. I think it's kind of cool looking. He's got his red lantern belt and things. Now, here's the problem that I have with him. They're supposed to be able to go toe-to-toe. Now, to further illustrate my point, okay, is this is something we're going to be reviewing coming up. This is DC Collectibles. They're making their new 3.75-inch line, 4-inch line, okay, and this is Kellogg and Kyle Rayner. It was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, and we will be reviewing it. We just haven't got to it yet. On the back of this, you see John Stewart and Atrocitus. Now look at that. He is much larger than John Stewart. What is this about? Really? Am I glad I got Atrocitus? In some ways, I don't feel as though I have Atrocitus. I feel as though I have Atrocitus's mini-me. I don't know, guys. Now, like I said, full disclosure, I've already re-upped, but if you're going to ask me to invest in something, then why not give me what you said? That's all I'm saying. Now, the reason that I figured I could do 3 figures really, really quick was because of Starman. Starman is basically a buck with a head. I mean, and people say, well, that's all it is. No, not like this. When I saw this figure, now, I'm actually glad I have the figure because I'm a tremendous Legion fan, and I kind of liked it when he started showing up in Justice Society. Oh, I didn't show you the box, sorry. in a sense, this is probably, I have a love-hate relationship with this figure. You can see that right there. And there is the bio. Okay, all right. I have a love-hate relationship with this figure. Now, he has a degree of translucence to him. Is that a good idea? I don't think so. Now, I'll tell you why. In the comic, he's not translucent. He's got a black outfit. I mean, I know that that's actually a star map and things. And do I like the translucence? In one sense, I like it. I just don't find it to be accurate. I think it's kind of cool, but and they have this kind of flake paint that I think it's going to be kind of hard to show, because to me, on looking on the screen, it looks like it's flat black. But he is actually translucent. You can see through him and stuff. I wish the stars were more pronounced like they are in his outfit. Here. I mean, I like that look. I think it's probably one of the cooler uniforms. I mean, where you have these bright stars coming out and things like that. I like the paint, the translucent paint. Now this one, at least on Atrocitus, they kind of changed the arms up a little bit and scalloped them there. And we'll look at it a little bit more when we're close up. This is really just, I mean, this is just a regular male buck that they put in clear plastic and shoved it on there. I mean, this figure, they saved a lot of money on this figure, guys. Unless making something clear is that much more expensive. He is articulate, or not articulate. He can't speak at all. Neither can I, evidently. He's got plenty of articulation and things. The bearded face. You know, I went back and looked at some artwork of Tom, and I don't know that it looks identical to him. I mean, it looks like more like actually from the Doom Patrol, Niles Calder. There's a couple other people that looks like. I think it's too shaggy for him. I thought his beard was a little bit more pulled in, but I could be wrong, because it's, like I said, I was only able to look at a couple. But basically, this figure I paid what, 20-something bucks for. One thing I did not know is that Atrocitus and Tom are about the same size. Look at that. You know, he looks bigger on TV, Atrocitus. As far as Starman, I like the figure, but this is the reason that people don't want to buy this line. It's like, well, what am I getting? The truth of the matter, though, is when I look at this figure talking about love-hate relationship, what really would I expect from this figure? I mean, what would I get? I can't think of an accessory other than the head. I can't think of anything. And so, as I was complaining about this figure, I had to ask myself, well, what more could they have done? That's really all he is. He's a guy in a black suit with stars all over it. Granted, I understand it's a spaceman. And with just gloves. I mean, there's really not a whole lot more they could have done with him. And so I had to step back and say, I love it and I hate it. Am I glad I got it? Yeah, because I dig the Legion. He's not going to be with the Justice Society in my display. He will be with the Legion, because really everybody ought to join the Legion. Rocket Red. Comes in a big box, white box, okay? So, now one thing I was gravely, I don't know, you know how some people are all tore up over the Kristen Stewart, Robert Pattinson, Twilight breakup, all that other jazz, you know, whatever. I was half as upset over this. Maybe a quarter, because, you know, some of those people have just gone over the edge. But this is not the Rocket Red I think of. This is not the Rocket Red that... One, I didn't know Rocket Red was this tall. I mean, he is ginormous. And I just don't like this outfit. He looks like a poor man's, and I guess he is a poor man's Iron Man. But I really just don't like it. Here's the thing. Again, going back to love-hate. I think it's a pretty cool looking figure so far. I haven't got it out of the package yet. But it's not the figure that I wanted. I wanted the figure that I could put and have my, my Giffen Justice League International. I mean, like, to make them look like they're really supposed to look. This dude is big. Got a little bit of a weight to him. Now, I'll be honest with you, I've never seen this guy in the comics, but I have not been reading anything he might be in lately. Haven't been enjoying some of the Batman stuff, the New 52, and maybe he's the New 52 Rocket Red, but holy crap. Come on. I guess they built a figure too. Maybe this is he's got a heck of a girdle on there, doesn't he? Or would that be considered a cod piece? Now, he is, what, slightly taller than Kilowog? No, just a hair taller than him. Now, here's the question I got. This basically is a buck. This is a plastic. Oh, I guess you want to actually see it. I'm actually kind of frustrated over this figure. I don't know if you can tell. This is all a plastic piece. He's got his little jet back there. This is all, I mean, I think I might be able to remove it. He's got these cheap wrist rockets. Doesn't even have them integrated into a uniform or anything. Yeah, I'm slamming it, sorry. It's actually a decent figure. I'll be right back with you. Here's the thing. Basically, these are all, boots are a little different. But you had to add all these things on a buck this big, right? Am I right? So here's the question. Why didn't they take this guy, because I don't think he's in scale. I haven't seen him lately, but to me, I don't think this is the way Rocket Red's supposed to, how tall he's supposed to be. But my question is basically this is just a male buck with shoulder pads and a head, right? Not any cool boots. A little bit of a scalloped gloves and stuff. This guy's actually got these wrist blasters. So why didn't they take this buck, right? Take all this junk off, put this head, put the belt and everything on him, and then we would have had at least a taller, bigger Atrocitus. Now, so there we have it, Club Infinite Earth so far. So you might be asking, would I recommend the sub? Well, obviously, say if you've been listening, I've already bought the sub, so yeah, I would recommend it. These figures are, with the exception of Rocket Red, I guess they're somewhat mainline. But really, and you know, he is a team builder, so I can understand why they would do it. But the thing is that to me, it's an investment in the line. If they're going to do esoteric figures, then I want my esoteric figure. And so I'm willing to spend some money to buy a subscription. Not only that, I ended up buying a couple subscriptions last time, and I've actually been getting my money back on a lot of these figures on eBay. So it's not like I've really lost money where they're concerned. In fact, on a couple, people have actually bid a fairly high amount and helped me pay for part of my subscription. All in all, moving ahead, I would like to get to where we have new tooling. Originally they had said that there would be new tooling, but in order to get new tooling, we have to have a certain amount of subscriptions. Am I in love with all the characters? I'm really not. Am I in love with how they've done some of the characters? Not really. But I do see some possibilities here. And evidently it's been rough for everybody. I know there's a lot of people trying to save the Masters of the Universe sub, which was actually a very, very strong sub. I'm actually fairly surprised at that. But for the money, I was going to spend my money on something. Might as well buy something that's DC. This is Doc Owen with Action Figure Times. Hope you've enjoyed looking at this. Make your decision, and either way, thanks for tuning in. Be extraordinary. We'll see you next time.